Louisa Dovlo. Happy birthday to you, Louisa Dovlo. It's from all of us at GPS 82, sending you love and God's blessings. And to your dear husband, Fako Dovlo. How you guys have managed this thing is amazing, eh? Husband and wife combination. Both of you, 1st November. 1 year apart, forever together. Happy birthday to you, Fako and Louisa. I belated wish to Nana Kwejo Jessine Cancer Men's of Concord Academy. It's from your parents Richmond, aka Applause, and your mom Abigail. And from your siblings Rabna, Mami, Quia, and KK. And from the Ashans and the Advent Praise family to you as well. Nana Kwejo Jessine Cancer Mensa. Another belated one to you, Emmanuel Robolade. Is it Robolade? Or is it Robolade? aka Lade. And to you, Charles Drea of UGBS 2000. It's from everyone at UGBS 2000 and Club 2000 members and executives. Another belated one to lawyer Daniel Adai. Yesterday was yours. Special wishes from the Sestag Media team. And this one also says happy birthday to you, Doreen Nyami Enchi, aka My DNA, and Nessa Dahafuano Municipal Hospital from your sweetheart Nana Mreku, and also from Nana Ikuyamu Boating in Ablekuma Central. Madame Beatrice Ampedu is 60. Happy 60th birthday to you, Mama Beatrice Ampedu of the Canaan Congregation Presbyterian Church of Ghana. It's from Presbyter Lazarus Asario Jerome and all members of Canaan. Rotarian Vincent Asima, past president, Rotary Club of Ho. Happy birthday to you from Dr. Jack Pasu of the Peki Government Hospital and all the Rotary Club members of Ho. Let's go and do solar. Evergreen, the song is When Obo Ruled. Let's talk about solar. Translight Solar is here. Ghana's #1 residential solar company, Translight Solar Limited, is offering their products at very affordable prices. World-class tried and tested solar solutions. And with Translight Solar, you save on the cost of electricity. You're free from the doom of doomswa and noisy fuel generators. Speak to Translight Solar today. Install a system from Translight Solar and enjoy affordable monthly installment payments. You'd find Translight Solar 98 Boundary Road, East Legon, between ARS and the American House at the White House bus stop. Call Translight Solar if you can, 0206 542 454. That is 0206 542 454 or 050 424 9229. Everywhere there's sunlight, there's Translight Solar Papa. In the meantime, Goyle says to remind you that because of you, we're still number one, and we're still the CIMG Petroleum Company of the Year. So thank you to all valued customers of Goyle. Go ahead and continue to enjoy the good quality, best quality and value for money from Goyle Super XP and Diesel XP and the trusted range of lubricants from 360 service stations across Ghana. Goyle is good energy. Goyle is proudly Ghanaian. Goyle, yeah.
Family tree, I can think, always baby face.
If you're looking for where to buy genuine and good quality auto parts for all car types, whilst you're taking care of your other business, reach Mill Staffy. They'll run your errands for you. Fully assured. If you're looking for any of your car parts, just speak to Mill Staffy. Free delivery of spare parts within Accra and Tema. Give them a call 0244 503 440 0244 503 440. Alternatively 050 1911 621 050 1911 621. Free delivery of spare parts within Accra and Tema. Yes, system. And Nana G says, I'm listening to you this morning. Happy birthday to Lady Melissa Kunye of Kokrokoo Basic School, Birmingham. It's from your mom Dorothy and your sister Anuti Anuti Mabel. That's what I see here. Or is it supposed to be Auntie Mabel? Wishing Nana Abba Alikem Adomakon a happy birthday to you, Nana Abba Alikem Adomakon. It's from Commander and all members of Health and Fitness Matters in Dansuman. From class of 87, Okwapank School says, happy birthday to you, Mrs. Louisa Duvlo. And to you, Mamines Doris AJ, happy birthday to you as well. Much love from class of 87 to you both. A mechanic, a lubricants retailer, dealer, taxi or truck driver, auto and service center, corporate organization. If you're looking for the best synthetic engine oil and lubricants for your automobiles, it should be Valvoline, the original engine oil with over 150 years of innovations. Valvoline is trusted for its high quality synthetic oils. Valvoline flagship shop is at Tesana, opposite Telecom University main campus, adjacent the CBG. If you're looking for bulk purchase and enquiries, call PSD Plus on 0302 257 633. That is 0302 257 633 or 020 128 9987. Valvoline is your original engine oil. Maintain also me fidie tutu ate. Maintain also me fidie tutu. Maintain na mabosom so a. Esa ne say. Studio man of a Professor Joseph Osafo, Head of Psychology Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Collins Adomaku Mensa Yemrashe Bedweni Emma Efijakwa Bre North and Nana Ofuri Wusu, National Chairman PPP. Prof Machi Akwaba.
Mejaso.
Boko de.
Boko na unzo.
Yamia don boko yegusu. Collins, Honorable Rasta. Only say me whom they be Kasa. Collins Machi.
Come say no. My privileges no edos.
Yeah, be kan ho asema
Only me kasa ya.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ya hwe ba. One hwe ya ba.
Every run.
I'll drag you to the privileges committee.
Mema. Who remember any part do? Dana for you match here.
Yeah, yo.
Boko there.
Grandpa Boko, so you Boko there.
Are they?
Massive. This year, 2021, was a difficult year for me. When you see Oman in April, Master Show weekend in November 6th. ACP retired, George Kofi Tieku. Oh, Akochre. November 6th. He was a great man, a former head of BNI. Osako had the AGC security for almost 20 years to his retirement. Until weekend, the Mayor Abanecha Tieku Usu, there Yakona, Yakoya Yikase, or Akocho. Live a very powerful life. Ironically, in Yanum Bebre, security officers, their sister Penny, Major retired, Beatrice Tieku Dako. And also at the age of 16, I call law school, be a lawyer, 63, or call on the bench from 63 to 68. They share a very powerful family. Mr. Tieku so 80 years.
Amen.
Obesam na aje obesa ne na nanom yes so okoya 2-3 days. They had obakra another baby done. It was a wonderful. Me no one yom be. Yedi nyana metuma atoba. Meka maso no wajedo asopa asopa. That me the baby atwa do honum on for public consumption. We were so beautiful. He's such a wonderful, kind-hearted man. Very humorous. Until also November 6th, I had this meme they called Jan Coiwo, I dance a coach.
Amen.
Yankopon Fanica offensive.
Amen. Amen. Seth Kwame Achampong, Eastern Regional Minister, no pay Kokrokoo Funina, Ichiao Nene na Collins. Inti sa immunity, as they say, Mudi pay. Speaker of Parliament denies police request to release Sosu for interrogation. Sosu's bodyguard interdicted. Police to himself and also member. They ask him.
You know, payment chow. I mean, the originator of Grandpapa. And then the first time I ever told was studio.
I see.
Now, Kwame, last week, meet doctor. Kwame, I have to say this. I was extremely impressed. Last week in the lecture now, on psychology.
Bro.
Hey,
too much, Kwame.
My friend, Professor Guy. I'm a professor. They be all dressed fine. All look neat. Professor Guy. The man is always immaculate. Or reflecting aging. How the man looks, no, or you're meticulous. And I say, worry define. Say, no, I'm Ghana for what psychology I say. And feel that and the importance of psychology to your development. Prof.
Yeah.
And only
last week, it was iconic.
Yeah.
The lecture no was too much. Dog, radio on my own behalf, me congratulate you. Ochre idea papa. I'm going to go business school, University of Ghana.
Yeah.
Business school, and there was a dog there with some of the lecturers. There are some of them who do one. I catch them say. had the late Atamils, Excellency. Show taxation, no one Tiasia. And then we had one lecture episode, a said quantity. Me sure say, Doc, quantity, Kwame Oba lecture without any book, beer, no chair. One tier, yes, one tier. I think say me the doc they can't listen.
And Pacho, are you prof?
The prof they can't listen.
Are you professori?
Professor. My birthday.
Oh, Jingwa.
Yes.
November 4.
Yes, so now will be 38.
Amen. Amen. Utrinkwa. Oba.
Me the radius.
I na yo so just say Oba.
The radius.
Amen. To God be the glory.
Amen. Interestingly, so no. Watch now, Dr. Baumia lectures no. Because so, what I see.
Yeah.
Me encourage you be as will be any time I won't see. Kwame, Parliament resume Tuesday.
Brother, yeah.
First day, they say what with him preliminary comment kakaka. The second day, which is with Quadano. On the other paper, no. Yeah, and I said the chassis and the bomb pie speaker or any communication from the president or no only statement be away. Me corrections kakra. To real yana, me and let me put on record. So sue ye me fellow Vanda.
Okay.
Come on.
Ntina musuba ntisa.
So then sorry say or be making a statement. Now the basis of the statement now they say over the weekend preceding no maybe cause on the constituency. On the police for being confrontation kakra. Now ono the osusu say the cause no or feel say it's a contempt of parliament into or draw the attention of the speaker to that particular incident. Now, your standing orders, no, so come. You see, before BSR, no, standing order number 73, which your permission, a member may, at the time appointed for complaint of contempt of parliament, under the provisions of order 53 near order of business, bring to the house any complaint of contempt of parliament, provided he has previously notified the speaker. It may say, or sorry, or making a statement, no, yeah, me deputy leader, afenyo. Sorry, say Obusa speaker say whether he has been notified based on this order. The speaker then says say Susu unnotified, which means he's in his right to do what he's doing. Now call another order beer. I think it's order 31. That's in all cases of proceedings where complaint is made of a breach of privilege or contempt of parliament, Mr. Speaker may direct that the matter be referred to the Committee of Privileges. It will be a statement new year, and not just say we are nasabe they call privileges. Under the discretion of the speaker, he may direct it to the Privileges Committee. On this particular issue, the speaker did direct the matter to the Privileges Committee. In fact, my information is that Privileges Committee, I think, said they are yet to sit on this particular matter. They are yet to even sit on this particular matter. Constituency. And I made to say there's been another attempt to arrest Miami Soso.
Police for senior no credit.
Kwame say me read the police for statements no. Almost say in one breath, almost say call not to arrest him. But if there are any plain clothes people, they went there for intelligence.
Intelligence purposes.
I was right there more.
Oh, maybe at the precincts of the church. Maybe I'm in a car park.
I know there. In fact, the pastor, no. Apparently, Namini also was even preaching. And to my GH1, sister, one of the stations, no more interview the pastor of that particular church. One of the ushers approached him to inform him, say, there's some security personnel be or my basa umbabe said they arrested Yinu Sosu. Ti honona obviously. I saw Banu Krumbo or my now also barbecue. There'll be some confrontation. Okay, there's a very, very interesting standing order.
Now, I wish you said Sanko for no security from Pampa dear.
Okay, that is a.
I'm almost see.
We are sure as the investigation goes on, details. Now, order 22, Kwame, and no, I think say they picked it from the Constitution. Article 117. It reads no civil or criminal process coming from any court or place out of Parliament shall be served on or executed in relation to Mr. Speaker or a member or the clerk to Parliament while he is on his way to attending at or returning from any proceedings of Parliament. I mean, assembly ni problem ni this particular standing order. What constitutes a situation a member of Parliament can be said say juma and as if Parliament neighbor and as a baby a walk on or call Parliament or Parliament juma. I mean, a one na me feel say see it me clarify the issue. Kwame, asem na me can de ma me power because me a member of Parliament and the air kosu nyina no it is possible say e betimi atome. So I am also very careful.
Yeah.
But Kwame, the question is your immunity no is it unfettered?
You mean absolute?
Absolute.
It is not possible.
Okay. A hono na I think say issue ni nyina aba. Some me fi Kumasi Bay. Kwame ba anopia na me buy. Na me the car abo obi wo animu ha. Me free am call Parliament. Do you arrest me? Because Emrano say whilst on my way to Parliament I cannot be arrested. Kwame honey asem
na odeka na bonipa no down into say no. On your way to Parliament are there excuse no nipa no da yende.
Thank you. E hona make say honey asem sisi ano that interpretation of that particular article or standing order. And nti ne metie only lawyer for mpanimfo bebre akasa. And metie very notable lawyers ye nyina ye bu omo in terms of their rendition of the law. Omo nyina asem omo kan say, Kwame, that immunity no cannot be absolute. And Kwame, I tend to tilt towards that kakra.
Saying you're absolute.
Even if you feel say you on the interpretation of it, and the Supreme Court, and that is why the Supreme Court is there. Now, Uncle explaining who your boundaries as members of Parliament. At what point, and I will mean it in a trickle in. Kwame say a recessor. The Speaker or man closing a year, or say go back to your constituency to work. Me come constituency a juma me nko for to ma me am de call yen e se me ba be explain it kire wo mo de akoso. It's part of parliamentary work. It no does that mean say na intimate me kra. No kwa me say am tiwe ta offer me rasta bebre na me bufu a. Me call ya dem sorry.
Say kwa me ferry me intimate ka say bi mi sure. One me cite me say
that's right.
Contempt.
Yes. It's no Kwame, I think say hono sa a gray area kakra.
Yeah.
Mesre say mrenimfo no. Me dem nyen lawyer there. I'm sure say asem we ya abey. It is bringing out a lot of issues. And in some bebre APP. It's an opportunity for us to fine tune sa misunderstanding ni nyina Kwame. Because maybe the only problem with the police no Kwame. Kwame sometimes mess police for. Kwame say me want me constituency bo mine. Na me wa sorry dem o kasa. Na obo raso obeche me. Constituency no monte ase. There's no way on mete ase. It will lead to chaos. It's almost star no na Kwame me ne omo problem kakra.
Mami ko bisa police about this time. Mesambe back CCR. Assistant Commissioner of Police Kwesi Fori, Acting Director General of Public Affairs, Ghana Police Service. Open you imagine. Boko de. Yeah, danyami ase. Na most of my police force here nkwache MP ni wa sorry dem wana.
MP for Medina. Actually, by a political moving on which Medina. Until then, I watch it in a one class here, and I'm a close, no benefit. You at the point, you know, members of no statistics say a lot of time. My one block the entire road, impeding free flow of traffic. And my Basabasa, and this and the ACO. And when I put it for me and say, one time being the source signatory to the letter. And a public order law no so a cancer so will be desire be than I be only bizarre. Oh yes, you be nana what you fast to go now police need be Timistiano, no 2 canonka or 2 officers crown when you create. and members of the public passerbys in so will be at any baby final or boy. And the two police officers in the report to the conduct of the driver or the police to the administration as if you are convicted based on the driving now driver. Now, MP no surprise in while media man police and not so and no less a person than the director general CID and the honorable speaker of parliament saying that the member Bakwaya na Yian and no seeing in any baby equity here while Mark missing that. In the past, that the police as a foremost law enforcement agency, in this regard, it put up a tactical plan, to know where he is. Now, and no one chance of bonds and now or as well. No, I'm sorry, we could have arrested him looking at the police officers and they were around. But it was a tactical ops to tell him that we know where he is at that moment and that he cannot even run away from the law. It was a signal sent under this tactical ops scheme. And one thing we would like to say is that the refusal to appear before the police have been well taken note of. Now, the presence of the police at the church, we know it's a faith-based movement. Now, we don't want, to do anything that might stop the church, that might ask or colleague now or Kasano. Say, sorry, they more sorry that. Now, also maybe visa. They saw the police. Oh, it is here and say, as an honorable member of parliament, he should honorably, avail himself to police authority to question him on the issue because the public order law enjoins him to do that. And that too, we have several options. Even the honorable speaker of parliament, citing some clauses, the police is likely to go to the apex court to seek interpretation to guide our future security operations of the kind. Now, I'm going to make me a court at the summons a command. One man so na court may issue bed warrant. Then we take it up. And near can say, or your leader in his community, or Piano or ye witch hunting, or Piano and Kutiano. But we've limited our action to the deployment that took place a week ago, where the Medina I were blocked. Now vehicles now ambulances because of this situation. And the police have to reroute people, through other areas. And no more ceremony we are looking at the law, we are looking at our commitment and respect to the law. There's a compulsion will be cafe or not because of what a community. He will run over police and we will seek interpretation. This is a democratic country. Now, even after so man, na equaso. Now, we need not set a bad example to the youth, to disregard their police. And these are our values. The police is human-centered. Ever since the new administration came in, we are doing everything possible to enlist public support for our operation because police thrives on public goodwill. And this is what we are doing. And then just submit yourself to the law. And we expect, saying, complaint now from your mother. I didn't remember. Think at me a police. And this is the legacy that the police administration will deal with Ghanaian. And the interpretation, maybe we will seek that interpretation from the apex court.
Now, maybe semi Samuko, sorry, or say Monkon Cochina. What exactly were you doing there?
In security ops, when situations are very critical and we can do some tactical moves to register our presence in something. One, tell you we know where you are at any given moment. You better submit yourself to the law. But in police, you say you pack rules. Now incorporating intersections all over. No, it to deter people from committing crime. It has so many ramifications now. Engineer can say so. One can say, if you are police for the call, you know. 1 year, see a chin in the end. Maybe brow will pay your cry. Anything, I know we could have done something, but as we look at the situation, I saw them on the end. Yeah, I'm not seeing the support action. But all that we are saying, he should submit himself to police authority to assess an investigation. That is what the police is saying.
But also, in Tumbende,
they say we have options. Also, there is the likelihood that we'll go to court and take a bench warrant where force will be applicable.
Wow. Well, we'll keep following this matter. Yeah, that's the pay.
That we are here, culture, swimming, and say, Ghana has all subject to the law. We'll give you what, and let us do the right thing.
Yeah, that's the pay.
Yes, yeah, that's
Assistant Commissioner of Police Kwesi Fori, Director General Public Affairs, and Martin in Kano. Honorable Collins, the view hope you are the back home. Now,
I think at the latter part, because it seems that there are other options to do what they did. I think say any mum can tight more, tight the kakra than the omoko as well was saying omoko arresting them.
Bench warrant to Bomu, I bet you know.
And I make say, I said no, the next wako court knock or to maybe, you know, no day or bar no put the 2 maybe pa. Let's see how it goes. Now, I mean, to end me, the only thing I mean in this whole discussion here, as usual, politicians see the way you interpret the echoes, you are any MPP in NDC. IGP done by you starting in a Juma. I mean, both parties will be social media, be Bonabaso. Or she will be, oh, yes, why are they? Saturday, Bonabaso, no dear. The appointing authority, and now I don't go forward. Will be and find the success, no, and can hold that. And so, issue by because social media, come. See, I catch them, and now do share that, not in the buy. My chance, for 2024 election. We don't want no more diluted the whole discussion.
Mami, me say very, very, very well. Obi na dey send me by me money. Some immunity say me am working. Into mo Parliament House no, mo offices no. Nyame mpengu na MP. Ene abaye bi hye ho. Na why no basa tesa abayo na mpene eno wa force no ho onto her owie no na we be office door no say or call into the chamber, so he's on his way to parliament. Anna,
Chairman General,
is he on his way to parliament?
Example where the Chairman.
No, maybe say he's on his way to parliament.
It's a fantastic example.
He's on his way to parliament.
It can happen. Interpretation.
Are you guys not stretching this thing too far?
I feel say that immunity is absolute. Yes, absolutely. I mean, send me no be intimate. And I come meet me a big man power. Doc, but I think say a Ganam ran Ubiasha say.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is subject to the law. You know, Sabi Untimin could be born in Casamo immunity. You know, I know I don't think it's absolute. Until Emmet they say, Officer Nekasa no say.
Because we take Kwesi Foria, now take baby police for the free banner. According to Public Order Act, say Mokoye Bibia leadership no are held responsible.
Of course.
And now let any the bar police for AC Kisadi MP needing a chassis sole signatory.
Yeah.
And your fan is only leader of the the demonstration. Almost shitai. I block traffic. Emergency services into Mintrim. Into police here investigation. Could be something. You want to be so. And now because you're on your way to parliament, Yentimi emisa.
Me I have a strong feeling saying ka or honor the invitation. I mean, yes, was saying ka don't mention us custody, baby. Yes, was say come be interrogate now. Where in Sembiano, then he goes back to do his work. Intermediate, how do you come? Me no way arguing. I mean, ultimately, she said, "I will so on the basis of a so demonstration." Now, your baby, church, the course, I will say, "Make parliament." And that's why maybe I'm make parliament. Maybe you'll be able to parliament. I mean, that immunity, no Kwame, obviously cannot be absolute. I mean, I sure say lawyers need be breaka. Just that at this particular moment, no, a better say be an independent person be or the clarity about all these particular issues, Kwame.
Yeah, that's it. Peace 104.3 and to us swear. Now for you, what drink today?
Grandpapa, issues are the home common.
Yeah.
Or on different levels. There were constitutional matters. There be a constitution, or there share. Now it's about time and a high time, or there may be woman, yes, sir. Grandpapa, or the powers of the executive, the legislature, and judiciary, also can hold a can Since it appears that there was a correlation between the political activities of an MP versus the arm of the law, and then the protection over under the legislature. Grandpapa, as an individual, you answer true. Or easy day in your there, Uncle Summit in the home. No one take my police for Becca. Na area my oracle. As a member of the minority caucus in Parliament, was who I take a decision. The monk, the Speaker of Parliament, Akasa, in response to letter, police what throw to the Parliament there on release Sasu for questioning the Speaker Wakasa. The Speaker, a powerful man in our governmental system. This yes system of governance, you know. The Speaker, or a powerful, president if you are, vice president if you are. The next person is Speaker. Answer now about even the Chief Justice. In terms of the president, you are one or act. Come past the third most powerful person in our governance system. Actual letter there. On release it. Honorable Sasu. To go for questioning. The Honorable Speaker of Parliament, also by the laws that Minyakoti, also interpret the laws needed or cover the young man not to, by a public letter, read the site, not to attend to the police. Issue is bigger than just the young man's issue in question. Or your institutional discussions near have with CCI. The power of the legislature, the power of the executive, the police being under the executive. And then now they are bringing in the judiciary there. They are going to go to court to also seek a warrant to compel him to come, or they will give a bench warrant for his arrest. And to look at the three forces that we are dealing with here. On your BBI, we can just sit here and brush it aside. Nayama, just knee-jerk response to these things, Grandpapa. Or your institutional, the very constitutional, the constitution. Grandpapa says here there were immunity clauses or protect the presidency. Now, immunity clauses are or protect the legislature. What will feel there? They have a right to immunity clauses because the presidency has it. And also they must see their part in the constitution. So it is even bigger than majority minority, or your parliament as an institution versus what is happening now. Looking at what is happening, Grandpapa, what has happened to diplomacy, Grandpapa? What has happened to diplomacy? With the some of our actions, Rambo-like activities, I'm number one supporter of the present IGP, from anywhere. Mm-hmm. Some of the activities now, I think it's just working within the law that other people were not implementing because it is already there. But Grandpapa, you're raising it too much and he's being set up for failure. Maminka, why? Say, there, he is the person that Obabe instill discipline in our society, and he is the one, and he's doing this. You have set him up to fail. Because there are so many things over your society, Grandpapa, that needs his immediate attention. Grandpapa, see, you not traffic light, more from a year, was CK, already 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. By law, they should be in school. Grandpapa, we have turned a blind eye on this glaring injustices in our society out there. We have the right to protect the impoverished, the disenfranchised. Or they protect or more from a traffic light that's in the street still Washington dog chains. Grandpapa, what are we doing? Because the laws are there. Honorable IGP, the law is there for you to act without you to do that way. We inhaling Nimpa so much. You set the person up for a downfall.
Right, point well noted.
Sesiano, baby, I hear war in terms of this particular parliamentary issue. Grandpapa, or your institutional that we must deal with. I'm glad that also they want to test the law, go to Supreme Court for interpretation and all of that, because or guiding and Brano as it stands now, or you're very white, going to Parliament and coming from Parliament. Now, going to Parliament and coming from Parliament, what could recess a cry and a mini or catch on there, go to your constituency and continue parliamentary work. So even when he's sitting there, they are doing parliamentary work, which means that they are perpetually protected, or they have this clause that protects them. There, what you wage that time into me from. It been raising valid questions about this particular law. And to me, on your about the individuals, or yeah, an institutional failure that or they are addressed as a people to be able to move on and to be able to for us to know that we are all equal before the Lord. Grandpapa, indemnity clauses Nigeria one constitutional or protect the executives Nigeria. Let's look at it as a collective. You make sure that every citizen, every Ghanaian citizen under the law has the rights. The police is there. They are there to do their work, and we support them. And any impropriety be a work or do be or there people must account for their actions. And so our friend and I make that from a personal individual level, no, Honorable Sasu may want to even submit himself. Now,
Matthew.
The caucus, the minority caucus, Abba out today. The man should not go anywhere, and they are ready to protect him. What's the Honorable Muntaka during the altercation in the church, or drive him up to come and take his colleague and drive him away? Papa, do you see the issues? And the issue is bigger than just the man. Or your institutional and oral code that we need to make sure that you're seeking for the right interpretation of the law. Because it's everybody is interpreting the law as they wish. The Speaker of Parliament has interpreted the law as he sees is the right thing to do. The police is interpreting the law as they think that it is the right thing to do. So now the next step is that we must go to the judiciary and let the judiciary help us in terms of what clarify process. And to narrow this down to specific individuals, because structural, institutional issue that we must deal with as a people in order for us to move forward.
Thank you very much, Ian Tuaso. A few comments and then I'll go to Professor Osafo. And then this one says, we created this law ourselves. Therefore, let us not cry too much when it kicks too hard, because that is her gain. Till we learn to tame this animal, may God help whoever it injures. Kwejo Osu Ablekuma. Sir Obama in Pokwasi says, I'll put the blame at the doorstep of Right Honorable Bagbing. His letter to the police making nonsense of the invitation of Francis Sassou was distasteful. What's the fuss about an MP being invited by the police to assist with investigations? Is he suggesting the privileges of MPs are absolute? Not even the commander-in-chief has those unfettered privileges. In any event, haven't we had past speakers grant the request of the police in allowing the likes of Dana Bodakwi, Dr. Richard Anani, Dr. Kotosa and Co., who were then MPs to assist the police? Why must the status quo change in the case of Francis Sosu? Sir Obama, Pokwase. The MP is hiding behind the technicality of immunity to run away from the illegal behavior of burning tires. The police should find ways possible to arrest him. Gusty man in Brekum. Does it mean if an MP is committing a crime, the police will need permission from the speaker to make an arrest? Or it's a simple case of MPs are above the law? Kamal Amasaman Bruni. If any MP thinks he or she cannot submit himself to the law, then one, they vacate the institution or said laws, okay, Nana Usu, I leave it there. Francis Xavier Sosu should simply submit himself to the police. MPs are not above the law. Nane Kuyamwa Boateng Ablekuma Central. Prof.
Come
It is all. In the meantime, let me send a shout out to you, Natasha. Welcome to Tana Dobes. And also to you, Thelma, who's listening. Much love to you all. Adobia, Akwaba. Yes, Prof.
Come here, say, asem yi no. Enima kakra mu a, ese se ye kai ye ho. Na the etos mi ni say you say o man chichire no say yempeja embra ama eni e kan a we are not heading towards anyway. Na come say obekan papa yi a re fidi ma professor I think we see Ajima no philosophy department. Okay. Yes.
Business school.
Kwame, in fact, this should be about the 1999 to the 2000s. He began serious discussions on what he called official lawlessness.
Official lawlessness.
Yes. Now, Mekaipa say now, or explain say official lawlessness. And say those who are supposed to be the enforcers of the law. I will say ebia they say police ni na we treat him brand with impunity we bu afaso no ko ebia sojani we tue afaso no ko ebia a judge we tue afaso no ko ebia parliamentarian we tue afaso no ko no kan me kai wa atara one a couple of those lectures and I can say o man bi e mu no won say edu ba bia na won serve those public positions in the role. Now I bear the epitome of Umbrana, one who Piambrano Conini. And they say, Obi, wow, we Obi, I say, Piambrano Conini say, what abuse Umbrana? One was see on you embolden them to misbehave. And in fact, he gave this lecture because at the time, or should I say, ama Emra, and ye Jumana in, and you see, come here. Laws serve certain sociological needs. Say, Emra new memoir, send you in any mono. Obi abe to me, as for say, many Embrano, no. And the American BRA final. But Embrano, ever redefine Obi a rule, Obi a limit. Nema obey, ama in there that's not say nipa. Embra she is buying. As a psychologist, Kwame, I never come in say. If human behavior is uncensored, then we are in trouble. And
nipa su no ɛsɛ sɛ wohyɛ no na wohyɛ no sɛ biribi wɔ hɔ no ma yɛnyɛ ɛka ho nti in fact for some time na obi nkɔfo twerɛ articles on lawlessness a ɛyɛ na mani gye akyi mehwɛ paa mekae sɛ Professor Ajima Bedu yɛayɛ papa pathologist 2017 ɔtwerɛ article bi a unpublished ɛwɔ Ghana Web nana ɔhwɛ lawlessness in Ghana. In fact, ɔhwɛ lawlessness in so many areas. Ɔhwɛ in sanitation, ɔhwɛ in road accidents, ɔhwɛ in the built area, ɔhwɛ in environmental pollution, ɔhwɛ in water pollution. And now you know, can say the kind of lawlessness are urban. It's almost getting driven by ignorance and certain attitudes. Now, I say 20 years, okay, as I see with you.
Yeah.
I remember the minority leader, Honorable Haruna. I can say on the floor of Parliament, I can say the military in uniform are getting lawless. Some of them are getting lawless. And this issue of lawlessness, come now, my champion, my main case here, day anyway, emphasis on Hardy. Maybe someone will say, what led to this? There's a public order law. I actually say, seek police permit.
Or notify the police.
Police have been notified. Or more, actually, of course, with your mefaring and everything. Mete say, certain areas in Medina have been blocked. Say, actually. She ties. When we say Madina so there's one major route a freely when you are the quadrico at the time to block. In fact, traffic is very bad. And come a honor assembly free bar. Say a beer Yama route A, route B, route C just to ease traffic on the day. Now one mutio no mono, ebi one hill than a cry, but a beer and a mutio no mono. Now one do a chino, a breachy at the end. And it's a biba part, the police will call you the organizer. Now be yano. Now and yano and yes say at you. Just come and explain. Yema route A, route B, route C. A higher block on the Yeshita or ha or be a or then back hospital ambulance be by a block. I didn't know we see. Now a whole response to free bar. Na etwa for you say me de me pen na maya e me de abedisa anka me anka ade kan ba kan me kan hasan eno an say oh ye block ade bi e poncho we ni na na butu bi wa police na tu na eno he ba ya obi say okay me so me wo emre bi e bo me ho ban enti ni ko medma so me makwani meant me ma. My first take on this issue is say, you're careful now, so we don't institutionalize official lawlessness. As I say, you're very careful as a nation. Say, obi appeal to a certain immunity. Say, when we intino, inti maybe say million we say, inti ever say owo, they say obi ewu, and now obi de oka bobi, na nipan muji tunwa, na obeka say. Me we juma will be a parliament. And no mamin trim for some call. What are we talking about? And a home and assembly is free. Now, my second point on this matter, I say, now me hear Sanka honorable. We a yadi humbia. Benifo, Mr. meeting. Me bo shiako. Neba. Nama be chechem baby. DC, you can many cry and for years. This is a very simple matter. I feel say ye to sana monoa and ye do baby ye do. And the first one I say, ye careful now. Ye interested in to say, Obi our immunity tino. BBS come here, some say, Obi na tona, some menewa, a minute better yo. A minute be out. Can I say, But obi a certain way be to me appeal to no questions here. Na sa ne ebe appeal to certain immunities. Ne a shall say there and you may you. Unfortunately, say free one a certain level. Now can say me immunity ntimi nkwa. Hama drink kakra. Second one hama drink kakra no so a certain response be a any banter be a eba between parliament and the police. Is an unfortunate development. It's a banter. Now, on one side, Obako say, Debbie, a son say your clause and your rules and regulations be a boy and home by Tino. Name mouse may see Emma. And Obako also say, Debbie, and Brahma who can say, Public Order Act, no, you who say, we go against it. Until you perceive Oba, that boy. Now, church the entire coy. Now, come here, what are we trying to do? If the law enforcers in this country are police for Dani, as a baby and koi, na manipa nemra, number ya no chere, na ubi say, they didn't penny. Come here, I don't know imagine kakra. It's an unfortunate development. Now, say to Sana Moya, come here, unum say, so come here, honey, they can security report on this nation. And I say, okay.
Yeah.
Issue say, what's our security report? I think we should go back to it again. This country, yes, security, and yet all that will. In the also careful say internally, yen create any condition be a ebema yen security am so volatile, so vulnerable. And the sound development there banos no kwame enkoyi. I will have preferred a different posture from speaker. Say yate sabre na your business. Yema no kwan no aba. I mean, yeah, the question says straight away. I don't think so.
But yes, man.
No, yeah, man, I'm saying.
Because Article 117 and 118 says he's on his way to Parliament.
And the BBA to me, SC, so Parliament, no BBA, or because of Parliament. May the police for us say, almost say, they will seek interpretation of this. Now, certain discretions, the exercise of certain discretions, be, was here. Yamra yedi bu me no ebi bu afa so na ebe ha yin na adre on say na when I sit as a practicing psychologist come niam yi ekoso a you have no idea the way it emboldens some young people a shomo kina pass oh okay say they just empanyi for kwat me bu
enti na me bi say esaben ye twa no
ebu mra so say bibia si osi onko all right. And yes, I also be banned see bechi and ya or mechi and
and I pay maybe say lawyer Samson Ladia in same way I say what example does it set? But or say only privilege to say MPA.
Exactly.
And man will say MPA be intimisumi kwebi.
Exactly.
Na okoye police be manta mo sa akoko.
Oh, now come in say police e manta ni panu here. The other side of it I was hearing say everybody the police they want to take certain actions. So now to one Ejofori Ekasa Oche. Kwesifori Eche. Any na police no be use a Rambo style. Meno now I'll explain the tactical nature of listening to church. I wouldn't want to evaluate that much. That tacticality, especially when Nipano take a certain posture and be say, oh, me, perhaps we could have used another means. For example, seeking a bench warrant.
Also, is an option there for
yes, and it's our option. Maybe it could have come earlier. Maybe there was no need to have gone to OAS because on say a jump for you says he said a be our son hey now
but do we have to get there?
We don't have to
because it says the police before Koji bench warrant.
Now almost say maybe will be a bit much.
You bet me at you.
Yes.
I don't know if you yen.
I know there's a story about me about habit. And no make us say a choir ye paswa ye police and parliament enya wura log home be a magin a tram for you be say me and I mean me mra ha na me bo me ho ba and I men so say o ba ko so say men so na me to me made me Eddie Abey me and I cho say banana me ho kwa ba be cho e me say and say you do na kwa me na account sɛ ɔman insecurity mfonyini a yɛtwa ma mmerantewa ɛne mmaya in this nation no especially sɛ ɛba mbra ho a ɔbɛtɛ mmerante no kasa mata ma ka ho asɛm asɛ sɛ yɛ mmeranteɛ bi di a anka style bi ɛbɛyi so ne adeɛ de akɔkye ne adeɛ all of these things no ɛmboa yɛn as ɔman ɛmboa yɛ koraa na meme deɛ na anka me nua Sasu he's a good Christian Kwame ɔnkɔ asɔre
the first of course are interested.
Of course, the man the benefit of the doubt.
Honorable Rasta mate. Vandal City.
Pastor.
A
pastor.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, pastor.
What?
Lay preacher.
Ebi a lay preacher. Enti lay preacher deɛ mesre no. Choro eka echere say we should submit to the laws of country.
Or sounds you a lawyer.
In America, in ɔte mmara no so ase. Enti we no asumje bɔkɔɔ. Say, oh, Benifo, sorry, Marco in a Bamebaho. The police bay.
Ebiana also to check Takashika Crass.
In America,
of Medina.
I'm appealing.
And I name the structure of Medina.
Come here, sir.
80 hours say, oh, leading no who say, where here, wah!
We are. We are appealing to his faith. We are appealing to the conscience of his faith. Say, oye nyamesumuni. And the sadi oye penyineso, oye lawyer, oye MP. On one didn't go for any man or oye chiri. Oye chiri BBS no kwai. Ebi a bibi kocho. And the police pump say, Brana Bechrasi, Miss Reno. As I'm top menene kasa say Christoni.
One Christian to the
yes,
other.
Say, Sam. Look. He should simply tell speaker, let me just go and respond to this. There's nothing wrong. So, I say, oh, ma, come in, say me. Say, you go to say, yeah, ma, I'm telling you, we are validating a certain sense of lawlessness. I'm telling you officially. Because, say, Obi, so Obi, kase, webu mbrao ha. Now, be catch them say, baby, bomb me home by me, ma. Obi, and the car Bobby. Obi, I catch Obi say, make up parliament. BBS say, oh, to hell with you, I'm going to parliament. Open now, if I have parliament is a place, Sabi. 1 year, Wobum Brasono. Sabi, Ako idea, a home. Is that all we are trying to say?
Well,
and media finally, Miss FM is a believer. And Marabia, we are all asked to submit to that. This ambre idea. Say, Sadia, Yenia, because if we are trashy, Sana netia, and the Yakin comes on it, dear, Miss Reno. You should do the honorable. Where is he? Now, so let the name back up and I may man in Banya, but it's good coming. Say, Yebeko test this alone. Yanko seeking interpretation.
And is Ankoma Kai and obey Sam Saladi Sukai say Yanko Supreme Court.
Yanko.
Now Yanko Chair some random article 117 and 118.
Because I had from Nibi. Now, meaning say finally, IGP. Obeso kill a certain challenge be in this country. Say or start here and you can see. Mesre. Say O2 and more they are kill no so. Police no is a human institution. You bet me I am from some I'm sure say police no so atrase I review processes now. Omodi ade ifem up to now no.
Yeah.
Perhaps said in Africa maybe they should have even used a bench warrant. Maybe. Than even
a bench warrant and I say they are coming yeah full for sebecho.
Aye.
And you're there yeah
maybe. Not messing
at that point, you know.
Aye.
Then what happens to 11711?
Yes,
that's the point.
Yes. So you to send them on there. You person key or something baby no. Processes also. You review no. You share. Na ama me twan for nyina to ebi ma dwene mu say. Ye wura a certain state bia obi a bia na esi we be chew. Ghana for kasa. Na oba na ye heliu hey. Na ye sa de bibi egu akwemu e say obe sleep you. The mesra no say eno so no but
And I Professor Jekunka, you can't food you for near can for a chacha.
Froko.
Yeah, can for
What to say him? Yes, say and also
Medasi Prof. Now, Chairman General, in the Akan language, they say, would you be so my bribi, ping, ping, ping. Honorables are not above the law, and when they fall foul of the law, they must be apprehended wherever they are found. Dr. Mwakon, Abenwaha, and Edi Eno Bae. And then this one says, in Ghana, parliamentarians, top political party officials, the rich, powerful, and self-styled senior pastors and prophets are under the illusion that they are above the law. As for former presidents, they make allegations bordering on very serious crimes, and the best we do is make it a topic on the airwaves. Now, where on this planet would a legislator needed to assist in investigating a matter be emboldened by his colleagues to defy the police? We're becoming a joke. Justice Abekuniti Ofeyin. And then he sends me this one, Professor Ernest Kofi Abuchi, BBR Mtodia to Facebook. I'll say the police are not duty bound to inform or seek the permission of the speaker before effecting an arrest of an MP.
I see.
The authority of the police to arrest extends to everyone except the president. An MP can only evade arrest if he's on his way from or to Parliament. Inti yebeja. And this one says, Kwame, when the criminal laws of Ghana suggested that Kennedy Ejapong MP was guilty, he was arrested and detained. By the same law on Susu, we say what? Time will tell. Good morning, Chairman General, and to your panel. Very good morning to KMA boss Sampine. And we'll leave it there for now. Is it the case that our MPs want us to obey them and abide by the laws they enact? It's unfortunate how all of a sudden one becomes an MP and can live above the laws of the land. Joe B sends that one. Kennedy Ejapong, Member of Parliament, was arrested and prosecuted in 2012. What has changed? Alban Bagbin was then the majority leader and his party was in power. What happened to the immunity he's now talking about? A country's development is a collective, and collective impunity has never helped anybody. Kofi Nyako in Holland. Kwame says we need to respect ourselves and the institutions of state created by the Constitution, which has offered all of us the space to exhibit our God-given abilities. Kwame sends that one. And Obisudi is Ankuma de Bako Asendeme. Kojo Free says Xavier Sosu should bring his bed to Parliament and sleep there, because the day he steps out of the yard, he'll be arrested. Anyway, and so maybe also very shortly, Nana Free. Peace 104.3. Kwame, ironically, the NP and his constituents who were protesting for the better roads were also destroying the tarred roads and other properties, causing huge traffic. Though he was exercising his right to demonstrate, that shouldn't have gone against the laws of the land. He is an MP, but he's not about the laws of Ghana. Kwesi Reynolds out there in Aguna Odobing. Amenovi Komlache says the incident did not happen at Medina. It happened on the road from Damfa to Amrahia, which is a very bad road. He said the youth in the area did the roadblock in his absence. The MP erred in driving away. Let's go to the Supreme Court. Okay. I guess that's the advice that lawyer Ace Ankuma has given. And then this one says, it's about time this parliamentary immunity some MPs are brandishing. It's as though one can use it to prevent being invited by the police when there are grounds to suspect that he or she might have been involved in something unlawful. Francis Osu found time to plan and execute a demonstration in Mandina. He had time to lead it, for at the time there was no parliamentary duties. We cannot be harboring Don Pino in Malam. Thank you for your message. Okay. Anyway, let me move on beyond that and see if there are any others here. Kwame, if an MP cannot be arrested in Parliament or on his way to Parliament, but where can an MP be arrested when he violates the law? Nobody's above the laws of this country, including lawmakers, judges, lawyers, the president, and his vice president. If anyone violates and infringes on the laws of this country, the law must work on that person. Pythagoras sends his theorems here this morning. And then me mami be Cape Coast, Abra Cape Coast and pay my Chiano, Mrs. Esther Asma, Machin Anope, Mrs. Esther Asma Abra Cape Coast. It's from your namesake Esther Dakon Mensa Ichiao Anope. Okay. In the meantime, a very good morning to you, Mr. Emmanuel Aguji of the Bank of Ghana. Have a good day, Mr. Emmanuel Aguji of the Bank of Ghana. Saluting all my friends out there too as well. Peace 104.3. Yetwa ye Jumedian Suno. Ernest from Taifa says parliamentarians should exhibit good ethics. Frankly, they shouldn't hide behind the so-called immunity to act anyhow. I am sad that the MP for Medina flouted the law and the police by embarking on the needless demonstration. And as from Taifa, from police family will say he did not flout any law in terms of the demonstration. On my police for asote pepe senya emrano echre. You know, we cannot say he flouted the law when it comes to the demonstration. Anyway, yes, Nana for you now, Subeka Bibi.
Yes, come up. A narrative, you know, and statements, you know, many are more the Grandpa, there is nothing about the police need the authority to arrest. There is nothing about that. Oh yeah, about the methodology and the process to arrest a certain group of people. Grandpapa, the law, the framers of the law envision there, once the police is under the executive, it can be used wrongly to hound members of parliament who might be in opposition to the executive. So in envisioning, the framers, you know, put in this particular clause to say that if the police, part of the executive, wants to engage with a member of parliament, the separation of powers, you know, it enjoins you to go through a process, be processed before the arrest. There is nothing that is saying that you cannot arrest a parliamentarian. But the framers of the Constitution, in their wisdom, saw that the police being under the power of the executive, there can be the potential to abuse in terms of going after the parliamentarians, especially those who can be in opposition. So the law enjoins the methodology or they use to go after this particular group of people. In fact, the law that set up the police itself has a process in which they must abide by in arresting of persons. And so we cannot just get up and do things the way we like. Yet, I say the reason why these laws exist. And that is why I keep going back to institutional relationships between the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. They are checks and balances on each other. Until it was about the limitation of the power of the presidency that brought about this particular clause that you keep reading. So that in relation to a specific special group of people called parliamentarians should be insulated from the potential abuse of the police under the power of the executive against the legislature. So yentase that nobody is saying that the police does not have the power to arrest. So what we are saying is that the process and procedures must be adhered to and followed to the latter. Because on else, you have unbridled, unchecked power existing in the executive. It may poncho bebre. When I walk cry, this thing, they should be arrested, should go here, me poncho. The fundamental issues are concerns raised by the those who put this in the constitution. So it was to check. It's a system of check and balance. So let's not throw out the dirty water, the baby with the dirty water. There are processes that we improve. They court for interpretation. You go through all those, but you must go through the process. You must go through the process, because how and the mode in which you even arrest a parliamentarian by the very nature of this clause, is different. Until you can't go to churches and this and that and that. No, it's against the spirit and letter of the Constitution and what the framers sought to do for us, to protect us from our own self. That we don't have a monarchy, a system of absolute rule here. Ayatollah rule or a democracy. And the democracy, you must respect the processes in order to achieve the ultimate aim. So yes, the police has the power to arrest, but even the power to arrest is limited by the very law that sets them up in how to arrest. So this special group of people, take into cognizance that they are treated specially under the Constitution, under the laws of the land, and they must be protected, because you can't envision a nation whereby those people can be intimidated.
Let me move on now. This one from Edward. Edward says, please ask the MP in your studio, what happens if an MP jumps a red light and in the process 3 people die for example, on the Nima Highway? Or what happens if an MP brandishes a gun in public and threatens to kill someone? Should the police guys around watch him drive off? Or do they rush to Parliament to seek the permission of the Speaker before they come back and arrest the MP? Edward says, ask the MP in your studio. Now, Yao Jude says, Nana Fori shouldn't mix the issues. To me, leading a demonstration as an MP is not a parliamentary activity per se. Otherwise, an MP will also say he shouldn't be arrested when he attends, for example, a funeral of a constituent, because that is also the duty of an MP. And that is Yao Jude. Now, Kwame, the necessary procedures prior were sought. Francis Sosu was invited because the demonstrators blocked a major highway, which was a cause of serious public disorder. That is the issue. Justice Abeku Newton Ofei. And then Seth says, we are all exhibiting some form of state power. And in this circumstance, the body that provides the backstopping, the police, is the one we are disrespecting and employing the usual name-calling politics against. Commentators should leave the IGP out of this conversation. We're quick to quote former President Barack Obama when he stated before our parliament that we should build strong institutions. We should debate the substance in our analysis. George from Adenta says, Kwame, did your texter say Nima Highway? Well, tell him, by the time you think of what happens, the MP himself, he go hear one thing from the Nima people there. George from Adenta. I'm betting the sounds. Kwame, this mischievous article was crafted to curb the potential of it being abused by the executive, especially against opposition parliamentarians. An example is this. With our current almost evenly split parliament, assuming the government wants to push through a certain legislation, All it has to do is to get the police to invite and detain a number of MPs from the opposition party so that the government in power can have the numbers to pass the vote. Regardless of that, I think Parliament has stretched the immunity too far. Too far.
Nobody is speaking.
Yes, I remember so now.
Nobody is speaking about the speaker's letter now. Okay, there. Oye neba speaker no neba onye parliamentarian part of the the head of the institution, and the head of the institution is a man.
As a manko.
Why are you blaming the person?
The headmaster.
That's why I'm saying that we should take it away from individuals. The headmaster,
somebody says
someone you take a student from the school, and the headmaster
Kofi from Oyarifa brings an interest. No, you made your point. That's why I buttoned in. He says, can the people of La Nkwantana Madina constituency invoke the citizens arrest principle, arrest their MP, and hand him over to the police? Kofi from Oyarifa, you are calling for chaos. Chaos. Because one group will arrest him and the other group will fight to protect him. MP.
Another chairman more so.
Yeah, was
grandpapa, I can say the concluding part name the pa. Also, these are special people. Say they need special. Kwame me tell me special. Wow.
recognize that you are special.
But Kwame, question me and Busa directly to me. I think common sense should prevail at that moment. Me a member of parliament.
Yeah.
Standing orders, let's say, me acquire no parliament, I cannot be arrested.
Okay.
Kwame, me nam na se me the car abobia. Common sense at that particular moment, no, should tell me say, me fendi pano. Na me den go hospital. Na me fair parliament say I'll be late for this particular program. Common sense should tell me that. And nothing that Obi can say, I think that we are overstretching the whole interpretation bit of it. Many opinion can say, Kwame. Dana Budakpini or Moma Kenya. They were arrested.
Dana Budakpini.
So it should tell you, say,
Kennedy
arrest the police have the power to arrest.
It's the process.
Say, see, a debate is the process to arrest.
That's all.
And any problems is here. What is the process? Process they say Nipano or call parliament and Mr. Buchi can send me. Or say the police have the right to arrest. However, on the caveat, that should tell you, say, the constitution stipulates a certain procedure. Say, it is only when the person is on his way to parliament and are coming from parliament and I want to say and arrest him. Kwame, the question now is how do we then apply that particular immunity? Does that mean say me call parliament me bonibia? That's it. I don't think say common sense. I believe that common sense should help us understand this. Prevail. So me now when I'm bomb me car bobia me say me call parliament in me pa kono. Police chimo tesa no ha me say don't touch me. Go to the speaker answer. Common sense would not even allow you. It doesn't make sense. Kwame, a difference says the what the born when BBS serious and see police for person bet also baby I'm a kono my late kaka e be born 9 na mapon and na 10 na mapon to Mr. Remo woman come run and make my statement. I don't think that it changes anything. It Kwame mesre me dey say almost yenko the highest level. So interpretation, because they say as it stands now, the procedure has been triggered by the police. Omo speaker on the basis of the understanding of the provisions has rejected the procedure.
Triggered
and said, say he shouldn't go.
The speaker has also triggered the process.
He shouldn't go. And you know, there's a banter between the police and the parliament of Ghana.
It's actually gone beyond the banter.
Thank you. Into interpretation of that particular standing order and as Article 117. Let's get a better understanding of it. But me sure say, and yeah, absolute media me would GDA say our authority and immunity as members of parliament, and yet absolute.
No.
Me sure say when the processes are triggered, at a point in time, even if the speaker continuously rejects her. At a point in time, I'm sure, say, the courts something will prevail for an understanding to come. First of all, a member of parliament, I can't be arrested. However, because said I'm a special person, there's a special procedure to arrest me. I think that should be our understanding. And to clarify all this, let's seek interpretation from another arm of government, which is independent.
But the day of the demonstration, Parliament was not sitting, right?
Okay, so my understanding.
Or say he was on his way to perform parliamentary duties.
Yes, so my understanding is that on the day, the chairman of committees and the ranking members, and he is a ranking member, I think the deputy ranking on the legal and constitutional committee. Normally, I think that the meeting before commencement on Tuesday. At the time.
So he was on his way to perform parliamentary duties.
After the demonstration, his point is that he was on his way to perform. And in fact, in Parliament, the Speaker, or admitting the contempt motion, the Speaker did indicate. So he had received an official notification from him, and based on his understanding, he feels that the gentleman was in, his contempt application is right. What it means is that the speaker is then saying he's aware that the person was going to perform a parliamentary duty. So Kwame, that is what happened.
Now, is it true say no mkwakwe say Juman there?
Well, Kwame, me ranking member.
Okay.
And I'm a chairman of a committee. My committee. So at the time, if the ranking members were meeting, I can't know. I was not informed, Kwame.
Well, the conversation will continue today, tomorrow, the day after, and the day after, the day after. In the meantime, a very good morning to you, Dr. Victor Nana Dankwa of Vicdank Health Center on the Sprintex Road. Have a great day, Dr. Victor Nana Dankwa. The MP was demonstrating because his roads are bad. His people go and bend tires on the same road that is bad. He's been in church parliamentary duty at PAJ in Sunyai. Kwame, can the police go to his house on Sunday and arrest him? Parliament does not sit on Sundays. Neither does any committee. Well, what is the no for his motive in complicating the matter? We know the police have to go through a process. They have done that by appealing to the speaker. Nana is obfuscating the matter by creating a debate that does not exist. Osafo Kantanka. Into so trust simple English. Obfuscated it in the I'm out for. John the simple Anyway, somebody reminds us that Kennedy Japan was a member of parliament and was arrested. And so, well, I don't know if he was on his way to parliament when he was arrested, but that seems to be the argument here this morning. I have just a few more minutes and then I'll wrap up. Okay, let me just do a few closing comments. Enough for you.
Yeah, Grandpapa.
Close. I give you just a few minutes. Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Yes, Grandpapa. There were only one Ghana, or a beautiful place, and evolve yin. Now yin Now Professor Kwame Jechi. Maybe I'm a quote to need definition of culture. Also philosopher, great thinker.
Very great thinker.
Also, culture is an enactment of a people having the ability to deal with problems and complexities as they arise. Nature there say a culture or there problems na or there culture no bow na it may solve na into man solve nature there culture no or a dormant culture or a vibrant culture. Yaba the one of the great questions of our time. The powers, the inherent separation of powers are in a test case. Deal with that issue. A test case. Further clarity on your relationships in these three areas. And or there you making sure that the powers that exist in these three areas, are always at an equilibrium, are what complement each other. Into the facticities of the case, the papa on yet that big of an issue to me there. Obi akoye bibi. A process was triggered by security agencies. A process has been triggered by parliamentary as an institution, as a body. Where do we go from here? Community or chaos? Martin Luther King in the book. And he says here to move forward, to get the community, you go to the courts, you seek interpretation. In the meantime, if the police, when you have decided to walk or court, will go seek the interpretation from the court, in respecting the letter from the speaker, instead of maybe going for warrant or whatever it is now, go to the court, seek the interpretation. Court name my own interpretation now. It's not too late to go and arrest. Statute of limitation and chill. In terms of that, sometimes diplomacy and the respect for the process on hold the supreme than exertion of our power and our force from all sides, from the parliamentary, from the police, who is the executive, and this the judiciary as to what they can do for us. Yenya ahobrase, yenya entubuase, yen call for interpretation. After the interpretation, now you apply the ruling from that interpretation on the process. There you bakako sonumu na waba another yebe now you make sure that there is sanity and respect for each other. Oh, you're very important there. You better respect the institutions now. You want among each other, because you have disrespect for institutions, or send a signal to us as citizens and members, and it's not a disrespect just for police, or a disrespect for all of the institutions.
Mami Nasi Anope, disrespect and how we should respect our authorities and institutions, and not just for the police. Nana Furiusu, National Chairman of the PPP. What has happened to your party, though?
My party is strong.
I see.
The party
But
is strong.
somebody says, Kwame, Article 117 is very clear. The MP cannot be served if it's on his way to Parliament, or from Parliament, or during parliamentary proceedings. It does not say parliamentary duties. So was Parliament sitting on that? Yes. Or say, was Parliament sitting on that day?
I love it.
The answer is no.
Let's go and seek.
So let the police do their job, and let's go and seek interpretation. What's the man who say? Or say to or from Parliament or during parliamentary proceedings.
Not
Proceedings, not parliamentary duties.
But Kwame, no real demonstration.
What was Parliament sitting?
No, Parliament.
But Parliament
exists.
in subcommittees.
Yes.
and others.
Mebao.
It's not just a plenary.
What does the law say?
Yes.
Does it say?
law says proceedings.
Eti odi ayen nyina yen ko Supreme Court.
After proceedings, it's a Kwame contention. Proceedings, maybe what we have to find out is what do those proceedings include?
But see, coming from
Or to.
yes.
But the issue here is proceedings and parliamentary duties are the same. That's
Of course.
Really?
There's no difference. There's not a difference.
Abby, any other comments?
I mean, many immunity now, Professor. Immunity to close.
Prophet boy, I'm sorry.
One of the 3 arms of government.
Members of Parliament, our core duty is to make laws.
Yeah.
And we are going to be the last people to flout the law. Yeah, let me assure the Ghanaian public, say, Emrano, Yenimrano, na 2 year constitution, there might say, Yemrano. It will be absurd, so I'm Yanka say, Busa. On that score, let me assure everybody, say, members of Parliament, yeah, law-abiding citizens. Now, said the amount for Cassie and Franco Supreme Court. Now, I can assure everybody, say, we abide by the rules or the verdicts from the courts.
We abide by the rules or the verdicts from the courts. Member of Parliament for Efija Kwabre North, Collins Adumaku Mensah, who turns 38 tomorrow. May the good Lord continue to bless and guide him. Prof.
Xavier decided to say Obeko, irrespective of the speaker Akanwa. And I'm also is it disrespect to speakers of
Nobody's supporting. He's on his own.
He's on his own.
Yes, a certain prisoner about you. They say Avanti, I can say, okay,
yeah,
may I make not as I say, speaker. The minority caucus no so on the come and say a titia. Me makase I'm also appealing to his faith and his conscience as a believer. Romans 13. Let everyone be subjected to the governing authorities. Enti ndana bisa say so no akasa we kwa and also so na speaker obi na ntiana. Let me say baby a no far I'm a speaker baby I have it to be honest.
Peace FM.
And we are careful now you overstretch this idea. Not to say we are validating a certain level of impunity, a certain level of official lawlessness. Now, Mr. say, you're actually on my side. I will still appeal to my brother. Say, maybe I say, engage. But the final part, I said, you know, on our grandpapa, I think, say, it be good to have the interpretation to this matter first. And then a policeman be to an amobia or two.
But did the police invite him or will the police arrest him? So,
the police, process now coming. First, he was invited. And I turn it down. I say, okay, parliamentary.
Into an invitation, Keko.
Yes, and a second, almost say they engage in tactical with the. I don't know. Security. I don't know if you send a message.
I'm not trying to be big.
You know where you are. Speaker.
Sleepless night.
Speaker, catch them. The next level
terrorism activity
is to seek interpretation, after which the police will be emboldened to respond appropriately.
Say me TA say a test no police frame me and say me
also
not mentioned in the constitution. Parliamentarian, that's why you mistake.
Daddy, you made a cast some cake.
That's possible. And special group of people. Constitution and can accept them.
Quasi tactical fury. Tactical question for you.
They can come by air, sea, from the ground. Maybe
but Abdul Malik Kwekubakusi Mimbisa, just one question. How were the police to know that some committees of parliament had been scheduled to meet a day before to the resumption of parliamentary business on a day known to the public?
Right.
Did the MP communicate to the police that he was scheduled to attend a committee of parliament? That's all he's asking.
It was subsequently communicated.
No, but I mean,
subsequently.
Say or communicating. And now can I say, we'll say.
I have an. Well, I think the police know the law.
Oh, they know
the
the law.
Say this are.
Me, we're meeting in Messamba. And got some you can't get killed.
It's not a tactical retreat.
Also employing tactical ways to get out of the way.
Tactical responses. Tactical approaches. Yeah, but you know.
Papa emphasize it. Tactical.
I say tactical.
By air, by sea, by parachute.
Or your VMate. Prof, yeah, that's an pay. Collins, yeah, that's a happy birthday in advance to you and Nana for you also. Yeah, that's it. In the meantime, happy birthday to you, Mrs. Louisa Dovlo, and your dear husband, Fako, husband and wife combo. Happy birthday, both of you. And happy birthday to you, Mami Ness, Doris, AJ. It's from all of us of our class of 87. The good Lord richly bless you. We're right here on Peace 1043.
Peace FM.
has begun. May your day be blessed. May your month be blessed. May your rest of year be blessed. As we round up the year slowly, remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive is all you have. Make way for Kokrokoo Bills, and he's next on your radio. And then the news is on at 12. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow morning with another edition of Kokrokoo live in your ear. Thank you for joining us by ear, voice, text, and of course, ice. Always wishing you the best. Using the book of Numbers in the Bible. Numbers 6:24-26 is what I wish for you. And when you stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.